Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Vicky and this is Whoa Factor, the channel that'll teach you how to make sweet treats that'll make you say whoa at first sight and first bite. Today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make a great summer dessert, which is a peach galette. Before we get started, I want to make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to both my channel and my big brother Stevie G. He's the one who shoots and edits all my videos, so our information will be down in the description box below. To begin, we are going to start off with our flour, and we have some sugar and salt. I'm just gonna put it in here, combine it together, a little whisk, nice little stir. Then we have our frozen butter. Just gonna pop that all in there. And you can do this with a mixer or by hand. I like to do it by hand because you get better chunks, and with the chunks you get better flake. So what we're going to do is really hard just because it is frozen, but when it's colder it melts better. So we're just going to press with our hands and squish the butter into the flour. So we are just about finished doing our little squishing of the butter. We just want to make sure that it's nice and flat, but we still have some nice chunks in there. It's just going to, again, allow a nice flake. So now that we are done with that, we are going to add in our apple cider vinegar. And we are going to do 4 to 6 tablespoons of ice cold water. So we're going to start off with 4. And then if we need those extra tablespoons, and then we'll go for it. And again, we're going to use ice water. What that's going to do is going to allow that butter to stay cold, because again, it's going to allow for a better flake when it's nice cold butter and there's chunks throughout there instead of just squished in there all together and marbled in there. So we're taking our hands, we're incorporating it to a nice dough. So we have mixed this well enough, it's in a nice ball. So we're going to take it out and knead it just a little bit more, just to combine it. You don't want to over knead it just because, again, you want those nice flaky butter pads. So I'm grabbing a little bit of flour just to shape it up. Now that our dough is nicely shaped, we're going to take it and we're going to wrap it in some saran wrap. And then we're going to put it into the fridge and let it rest for about 2 hours. Now that our dough is in the fridge, we're going to start our filling. So I have some peaches here. We're going to do about 3 to 4. What we're going to do is take our knife and cut as close to the pit. Create yourself a base. Do 4 sides. 2 corners, there you go. And then from there, we're going to start slicing them. I take the tip of my knife and move backwards. I want them to be nice and thin, but not too thin where it'll be see-through. We have our peaches all cut up. We are going to add the flavor. So with that, we have our brown sugar. I'm using dark brown sugar just because it has more flavor in it. If you have light brown sugar, that's fine, it'll still work. I also have some ground cinnamon and ground ginger. I'm gonna put that in there. And then I have some vanilla. And then I also have a little bit of cornstarch. We're also going to add a half of a lemon. Don't worry about the seeds, I'm gonna get that in a second. Now I'm just mixing the ingredients together, and then I'm going to pour it into the peaches. Just want to make sure I don't have any lumps of cornstarch. So we poured our mixture into our peaches. Now we're just going to toss it lightly so you're not breaking your slices. And then now that's nice and mixed in, we're going to cover it and put it into the fridge, and we're going to handle our dough. So you want to continue to roll it out into a nice circle, about 1/8 of an inch thick, and I think we're just about there. We're going to get ready to start filling it. Now we have our dough rolled out to a nice circle. It's about 1/8 of an inch thick, and we're going to transfer our dough onto a baking sheet lined with parchment paper. Now that we have our dough on our baking sheet, we're ready to fill. So we're going to take our slices and start from the outside and work our way in, just stacking them. But we're going to make sure we leave 1 inch to 1.5 inches away from the edge. So I finished filling in the peaches going around the circle. I'm going to continue staggering my peaches, going in the opposite direction, and filling it in, going back and forth until the circle is closed. Now we have our peaches filled in beautifully, so now it's time to encase it by folding in the dough. We're just going to take one end, and then we're going to fold it in and press, fold it in, press, keep going all the way around. So our galette is nice and folded up, so what we're going to do is take our leftover juice from our peaches and we're just going to strain it into our galette. And we're not going to do all of it, just a little bit so that it can have a little bit more flavor. So now here I have an egg wash, which is just 1 egg and a little bit of milk, and I have a pastry brush. I'm just going to start egg washing the crust. Our dough is nice and egg washed, so now we have our little bit of sanding sugar. We're going to place that all around the edge and on the crust, and it's going to create a sweet, glistening crust. I have my galette ready for the oven, so I have my oven set to 400 degrees and it'll bake for about 45 minutes. Once the galette comes out the oven, we're going to take some apricot jam and melt it down to spread over our peaches, creating a nice shine. So unfortunately, my mic died on me, but here's a video of me eating the peach galette. It's so delicious, so yummy. Cue and happy dance. Thank you guys for looking and watching my video. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. So I finished, I don't know why okay. So I finished filling out the, I don't know, what did I do?